President Granger's appointment of Ministers Winston Felix and Keith Scott resulted in a court motion which challenges those very appointments. The motion was filed by former Attorney General NANDLAL'S at the behest of PPP member Mr. Desmond Morian. The contention is that the selections were unconstitutional since the names were not extracted from the coalition's list of candidates, thus rendering Felix and Scott ineligible for the position of Technocratic ministers. Attorney General BASIL Williams is maintaining that the parties took the wrong route in seeking redress for their claims.
The law is very clear that any matter arising out of elections, any challenge must be done by way of election petition. And he did not bring an election petition.
The Attorney General said it was actually brought by way of a constitutional motion. Former Attorney General NANDLAL'S has since expressed that this claim is baseless, given the fact the motion is in no way challenging the elections or those elected to sit in the National Assembly. NANDLAL pointed out that their selection to the Parliament as Technocratic ministers is being contested, citing Articles 103.3 and 105 of the Constitution.
He was contending that because every member on the list of a party that won seats, he said that every member is an elected member, and so that Scott and Felix could not be appointed as Technocratic ministers because they were on the list as elected members, and elected members can't be Technocratic ministers. Well, obviously that's a highly erroneous argument.
Minister Williams deemed Mr. NANDLAL'S argument flawed. NANDLAL in his arguments also expressed that the selections were faulty since they were elected as members of the list but were not selected by the representative of the list. Williams is contending otherwise and explains why.
What happens is that the representative of your list would extract the name of a person they want to be a member of Parliament, sends that to GCOM, GCOM sends it to the Clerk of Parliament, and that person is extracted from the list of candidates, not from the list of elected members. You cannot be an elected member unless you are extracted from the list of candidates and you are sworn in as a member of Parliament.
Williams noted that the Constitution provides for Parliament to make provisions for the extraction of persons from the list of candidates to be elected as members of Parliament. To this end, he gave assurance that the right decision will be made.
We are very confident that Mrs. Scott and Felix would remain members, Technocratic members of the Parliament, and Mr. NANDLAL'S claim of some victory, that the fact that the Chief Justice continued the case and asked for it to be, the substantive arguments also to be argued, meant that he had jurisdiction, is fallacious.
Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Barton Scotland, has been named as a respondent, and Clerk of the Assembly, Mr. Sherlock Isaacs, has already disclosed that the appointments were perfectly legal. For HGP Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.